Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, March 11th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 748 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Myanmar's military accuses Suki of taking $600,000 in gold. Third-degree murder charge reinstated against former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. House passes legislation to expand background checks. Former presidents, first ladies urge Americans to get shots. AP interview, Karzai says U.S. plan catalyst for Afghan peace. A 35-year-old Capitol riot suspect is a Marine Corps veteran who served in the presidential helicopter squadron. Myanmar junta spurns UN appeal, kills more protesters. China says it will respond to all threats as U.S. Navy destroyer USS John Finn sails through Taiwan Strait. Israeli PM cancels UAE trip, citing disagreement with Jordan. Congress okays $1.9 trillion virus relief bill in win for Biden, Dems. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. North Carolina governor vows to stymie GOP-driven election changes, Politico. Merrick Garland arrives at Justice Department and delivers an implicit rebuke to Trump-era, CNN. COVID reportedly knocks Duke out of ACC tournament, FSU advances, Rivals.com, Florida State. House approves bill tightening background checks on guns. The Hill. Judge reinstates third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin in George Floyd's death, CNN. Apple rumor to finally embrace bigger batteries on the iPhone 13, Gizmodo. How to clean and organize your Mac, Engadget. Fukushima, Japan mourns victims of earthquake and nuclear disaster 10 years on, NBC News. Digital artwork sells for record $69 million at Christie's first NFT auction, NBC News. Kansas City Chiefs release former number 1 overall draft pick Eric Fisher, starting Artie Mitchell Schwartz, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Mayor Bill de Blasio calls on Governor Cuomo to resign following new sexual assault claim. Demi Lovato reveals she saw huge shine after breaking off engagement. Harry Styles will kick off the Grammys and fans think it's so golden. U.S. pedestrian deaths soar in total failure as states prioritize vehicle speed, traffic flow. Why browsing Zillow feels so good. People are hating on the unmasked celebrity on The Masked Singer, spoiler. Judge approves third-degree murder charge for ex-cop in George Floyd death. Sam B exposes the group that's now playing a massive part in QAnon. Capitol riot suspect once served as Marine One squadron crew chief, report. I'm a highly sensitive person. This is how I experience the world differently. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Medical marijuana debate returns to Nebraska. Family, grandma's ring disappeared after she died. Owners of school charged W100 plus counts of abuse. Driver carjacked, asked passengers not to eat. 14-year-old girl charged in death of 19-year-old. No isolation of migrants who test positive COVID. Calls for mayor's resignation following apology. Family grateful to be healthy after twins born while parents had COVID. Teacher arrested, sent explicit photo to teen. Man on cam stabbing teen on scooter. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. With speech, Biden will begin a stimulus promotion campaign. Jobless claims drop, fueling optimism in an economic rebound. Live updates. Black family seeks return of its beach resort land near LA. The House passes a bill to expand background checks for gun purchasers. Prince William calls royals not a racist family after Meghan and Harry interview. IOC will buy coronavirus vaccines from China. Seattle's virus success shows what could have been. Duke out of ACC tournament because of coronavirus. A village erased. Derek Chauvin will now face a third-degree murder charge. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Biden admin pressed on enforcing COVID-19 tests as more migrants test positive. Sharks considering voiding Evander Kane's contract amid Star's bankruptcy filing, report. White House increasingly run by VP Harris, Schumer and Pelosi, Newt Gingrich. These states have the lowest life expectancies, according to the CDC. McCarthy says Biden hasn't responded to his request for border meeting, as GOP ties crisis to his policies. Andy No, cancel culture doesn't go far enough to describe left's tactics against political opponents. Demi Lovato says ending engagement to Max Eric offered a huge sign about her sexuality as a queer woman. Schumer pledges Senate vote on gun bill passed by House, no more, thoughts and prayers. Chiefs release Super Bowl champion offensive lineman Eric Fisher, Mitchell Schwartz. Gordon Ramsay launches eponymous California wine collection, suggests recipes to pair with each bottle. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, March 11th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. March Madness 2021 broadcast teams announced, Jim Nantz, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery and Tracy Wolfson serve as lead crew. Clancy Brown and Carolyn Lawrence on SpongeBob SquarePants, never thought it would last 20 years. Prosecutors say Jussie Smollett's new lawyer previously spoke with key witnesses, wants him off the case. I'm shocked, mother of student with autism reacts to video showing officers handcuffing 11-year-old. Driver crashes into river while singing happy birthday on phone, rescued by FedEx driver. Why does the sun make us happy? Bruce Levine on Thaddeus Stevens' book, Abraham Lincoln respected him, but found him to be a royal pain. Third stimulus check, besides $1,400, what else does the economic relief package have for you? A.J. Buckley on bringing his experience as a father to SEAL team, you worry about all the things that can potentially happen to you. CIT, maskless Uber passengers assault, cough on, pepper spray driver after he refuses them service. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Cunard to offer luxurious staycation cruises around the UK this summer on Queen Elizabeth. Jeffrey Epstein's Upper East Side mansion sells for $51 million to mystery buyer. COVID cases go up by 2.7% week on week to 6,753 after huge spike in testing. Extraordinary life of Robert White, whose life ambition was to transplant a human brain. Meghan Markle's close friend Janina Gavankar attacks Queen's statement on Oprah interview. Hedge fund manager Crispin O'Day is cleared of groping junior banker at Chelsea home. Europe COVID vaccines, Italy, Norway, Denmark walled use of AstraZeneca jab. Nigel Farage slams Meghan Markle for claiming victim status in acting performance for Oprah. Police officer arrested over kidnap and murder of Sarah Everard found in cell with head injuries. Girl is crushed by tree outside school as 80 miles per hour gales batter Britain on second day of weather chaos. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. COVID-19 live updates. Former U.S. presidents, -1, urge Americans to get vaccinated in new ad series. UN appeals for $5.5 billion to avert famine for 34 million. Women in Britain demand change after police officer is questioned on suspicion of killing a woman walking home. An often overcrowded Everest has reopened to climbers. Some are questioning the decision. Biden's deal with Seoul points to a swift shift on alliances. South African official pledges to fund university students. Still recovering, Japan marks 10 years since tsunami hit. 1 year in, here's how 8 predictions about the pandemic have held up. Prince William says royals very much not racist family. White translator removed from Amanda Gorman poem, amid controversy in Europe. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus hive, shut down in São Paulo as cases spiral out of control, Portugal extends state of emergency. Manchester United v Milan, Slavia Prague v Rangers, Europa League clock watch, live. Pelosi says Democrats not giving up on push for $15 minimum wage, live. Kimmel on Biden's COVID relief bill, naturally, Republicans are against it. 3 Palestinian fishermen killed when Israeli drone exploded in Metz. Michelle Obama says she's moving toward retirement to chase summer. Bangladesh shipbreakers win right to sue UK owners in landmark ruling. New U.S. vehicles must be electric by 2030 to meet climate goals, report. For women to feel safe in public spaces, men's behavior has to change. Rachel Hewitt. Italian volleyball club sues player for contract breach over pregnancy. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. U.S. diplomats in Baghdad hit with pay cut, may be forced to pay some money back. Ex-Illinois teacher convicted of pouring nitrogen on student. Indiana mayor orders training amid flap over his own remarks. NBA fines Myers Leonard $50,000 for anti-Semitic slur. Digital artwork auctions for $69 million amid online craze. House passes gun sale universal background check bill. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Oxford AstraZeneca, EU regulator says no indication vaccine linked to blood clots. George Floyd, third-degree murder charge against Chauvin reinstated. Cavs Patrice Motsepe, from billionaire tycoon to African football boss. Israel PM delays UAE visit after Jordan overflight difficulties. COVID-19 pandemic, France eases travel for UK and 6 other countries. Circle of Hope, boarding school couple charged after TikTok abuse allegations. Sinkholes appearing in Croatian village after earthquake. COVID-19, Brazil surge reaches new level as daily deaths pass 2,000. Teen Vogue editor Alexei McCammond apologizes for anti-Asian tweets. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. The Day in Pictures. World marks 1 year of pandemic, Kroger accidentally uses empty syringes, AstraZeneca vaccine suspended in Denmark, live COVID-19 updates. Albatross fails landing attempt at nature reserve. Derek Chauvin trial hive, judge reinstates third-degree murder charge, 6th juror selected. A.G. Garland pledges commitment to the rule of law. For Trevor Noah, Grammy Awards a return to in-person hosting. AP Norc poll, pandemic stirs up heartache, hope. House renews push to expand gun background checks. 14 former judges, prosecutors urge new trial for Alabama death row inmate, citing irregularities in conviction. Even Chandra Wilson rewatches Grey's in lockdown. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Waves of Californians will be newly eligible for the vaccine, but getting it will be tough. LA is home to heavy industry, and more federal deals not to prosecute polluters than anywhere else. Maskless passenger attacks, co-ops on San Francisco Uber driver. Once rising Democratic star Michael Tubbs to join Newsom team as an economics advisor. LA secondary school students face mostly online classes even when they return to campus. Making space for grief, an LA art exhibit honors healthcare workers killed by COVID-19. LA is primed for disaster, but COVID-19 took it to another level. California's robust budget will get another $26 billion from new COVID-19 stimulus. Op-ed, California's kids need quality preschool, a new master plan can make it happen. Column, Newsom's State of the State address felt like a campaign kickoff to sink the recall effort. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, March 11th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Bolsonaro's policies are causing Brazil to become a factory for super potent COVID-19 variants, say scientists. Sikh community built free kidney dialysis hospital, the largest in India. There is no billing counter in the hospital. After the Conservative Party stepped aside and dropped its opposition, Morocco has officially adopted a bill legalizing the production of cannabis. Germany saying US NATO troops there must pay German tax. Thousands in India demand top judge resign over rape remarks, by suggesting that this rapist marry the victim survivor. The Chief Justice of India, sought to condemn the victim survivor to a lifetime of rape at the hands of the tormentor who drove her to attempt suicide. Amazon workers in Italy to go on first strike over conditions. Poland to ban gays from adopting, even as single parents. In historical speech, former President Lula asks Brazilians to mend their differences and stand against Bolsonaro. German industry urges EU to toughen response to unfair Chinese trade practices. U.S. ambassador to UN, Russia systematically supporting, ignoring abuses of Georgian citizens in, near-occupied regions. COVID-19, 6 European countries suspend use of AstraZeneca vaccine over blood clot fears. The Pfizer-BioNTech coronavirus vaccine 97% effective in preventing symptomatic COVID-19 cases and 94% effective against asymptomatic infection. Conspiracy theorist who stormed Trudeau's property sentenced to 6 years. Hong Kong, China approves patriotic plan to control Hong Kong elections. A pro-Beijing panel will now vet and elect all candidates. Myanmar's searing smartphone images flood a watching world. The next headlines are from Forbes. Miami Heat's Myers Leonard fined $50,000 and suspended for anti-Semitic comment. Eddie Wong talks culture and craft in new film Boogie. New study shows that Hollywood could be losing $10 billion annually from black inequity. BTS scored the best-selling album in the world in 2020 by more than 2 million copies. Zack Snyder, HBO Max to host live watch party online for Justice League recut. Jeep crawls into full-size SUV fray with 2022 Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. Why Nike, Converse and New York Nico tap alumni streetwear boutique to reach city sneakerheads. Kansas City Chiefs save more than $18 million by releasing Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. Snapseed's collaboration with Autodesk will streamline electronic device design. Pipe-smoking alien CryptoPunk NFT sells for $7.5 million. The next headlines are from Nature.com. China's 5-year plan focuses on scientific self-reliance. Sensitivity of SARS-CoV-2 RNA vaccine elicited antibodies. A lot of room for bias, UK funders' data point to uneven playing field. Author correction, inherited causes of clonal hematopoiesis in 97,691 whole genomes. A breathtaking treasure reveals the power of the woman buried with it. Author correction, population genomics of the Viking world. Author correction, the necrosome promotes pancreatic oncogenesis via CXCL1 and Minkel-induced immune suppression. Daily briefing, sea slugs cut off own heads to grow a fresh body. Evidence of elusive major nanoparticle dies, but computing hope lives on. Ultra-weak gravitational field detected. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,691,376,239 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Songs for Screens, Bike Music connects touring starved indie musicians with brands like Ford, Crocs and Macy's. FX orders limited series adaptation of Teffy Brodesser-Akner novel Fleischman is in trouble. Zack Snyder to host Snyder Cut Justice League HBO Max fan screening. Controversial overpopulation documentary 8 Billion Angels sells to Abrama exclusive. Margot Price and Nathaniel Radcliffe come together on CMT as Crossroads resumes after a year. The Show Must Go On documentary chronicles Andrew Lloyd Webber's fight for theater during lockdown. Paul McCartney ropes in Phoebe Bridgers, Beck, St. Vincent, Anderson .Paak for reinterpretation of 3 album. Will Black Widow debut in May now that LA theaters can reopen? NFT craze hits new peak with sale of JPEG artwork for $69 million. Dirty Feathers Review, a lyrical documentary postcard from The Edge. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Majority approves of Biden's handling of pandemic, NPR PBS NewsHour Marist poll finds. Newly revealed call details how Trump pressed Georgia investigator to find vote fraud. Photos, how 9 health workers stay strong in a pandemic year. New Caledonia's new government seen as significant turning point in the Pacific. Chauvin trial, judge reinstates third-degree murder charge over George Floyd's killing. Indoor visits with nursing home residents okay, new CDC guidance says. How severe is your state's coronavirus outbreak? Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? A year of school like no other, how a teacher, a student and a parent have coped. The following headlines are from The Week. Biden has gone longer without a formal news conference than any president in the past 100 years. Judge reinstates third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin. Fauci warned the pandemic will get worse exactly 1 year ago. Today he sees light at the end of the tunnel. Everything you need to know about the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, but we're too uninterested to ask. Prince William says we are very much not a racist family after Harry and Meghan interview. The Daily Business Briefing, March 11, 2021. 10 things you need to know today, March 11, 2021. 7 royally funny cartoons about Harry and Meghan's tell-all interview. How Democrats got their confidence back. Does our culture need a woke index? The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Textile artist Diedrich Brackens recasts symbols of life and death in Texas. A Texas agency is defending the Confederacy. Not celebrating yet, South Texans wait for Biden to cancel Trump's wall. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Hydrogen production and the future of fuel. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. Perseverance rover SuperCam science instrument delivers first results. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The Galapagos Islands from space. What's the connection between stellar mass black holes and dark matter? Researchers discover the source of the sun's most dangerous high-energy particles. Fantastic analysis of SN10 landing and explosion by Scott Manley. Did supermassive black holes form directly from dark matter? Move over, Electron, Rocket Lab introduces its new neutron rocket. This exoplanetary system breaks all the rules. How do you get power into your lunar base, with a tower of concrete several kilometers high? These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, March 11th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Hubble Space Telescope enters safe mode after unexpected glitch. A Martian cloud reveals its secrets. First exoplanet with evidence of tectonics. A tangle of stars in Berenice's hair. Do Mars dust storms cause the mysterious zodiacal light? It's time to watch for the zodiacal light. Summer triangle, signpost for all seasons. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. EU regulator recommends J&J coronavirus vaccine for use. European Union ambassador to Britain rejects notion of vaccine nationalism. Mask scandal hits Merkel's camp ahead of German elections. France's environment minister faces tough battle over Macron's Green Bill. Biden's first 100 days. Joe Biden's cabinet, who's in, and who voted against them. Big technicians trying to stop coronavirus misinformation. It's not enough. New York Democrats meet to discuss Cuomo's future as dozens call for resignation. Slav it, I would tip my hat to Trump's Operation Warp Speed. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Denmark, Norway, Iceland temporarily suspend AstraZeneca COVID shots after blood clot reports. Digital-only artwork fetches nearly $90 million at Christie's. Judge reinstates third-degree murder charge over death of George Floyd. Two-hander has some great one-liners. Airfare, cut price flights will land in marginal seats. Coal plant closures loom large as NSW backs hydrogen for the hunter. What do I do about a boss who keeps changing their mind? Quality jobs deliver more employment and a better economy. Is the best advice to take your advice and shove it? Target time and super quiz, Friday, March 5th. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Jobless Americans who earn less than $150,000 in 2020 will save an average of $1,000 in taxes. Outside the box, 5 tips to max out your employee health benefits and boost your wealth. Outside the box, how to use risk to manage real estate investments like you do with your stock portfolio. Lawrence A. Cunningham's Quality Investing, longtime shareholders deserve extra perks for their loyalty. Market Snapshot, S&P 500, Dow extend rally to records as stock market gathers bullish momentum. Capitol Report, bipartisan push in Congress for crackdown on monopoly power gains steam. Goldman Sachs pledges $10 billion to change the lives of 1 million black women. Cryptus, what is an NFT? A Beepler NFT just sold on Christie's for nearly $70 million, highlighting craze for Cryptus. Dispatches from a pandemic, as UK eases COVID-19 lockdown restrictions, pandemic year 2 provides equal helpings of anxiety and hope. The Margin, Cesar Millan wants to help Biden's dogs feel at home in the White House. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. How to legally protect a business idea, life insurance news. China must protect seed IP to spur investment, warns Sinochem, Life Sciences Intellectual Property Review. IPOPHL extends fee waiver and assistance program for under-resourced inventors seeking global patent protection, Philippine Information Agency. Boston Made, authors chronicle Boston's history of innovation, Boston Business Journal. Faring calls for sanctions on Jones Day, Life Sciences Intellectual Property Review. Addressing the IP dispute resolution paradox, combining mediation with arbitration and litigation. IAM. China amends the patent law, a stronger protection is on the way, Legalizing. What to know about the European Patent Office 2021 Guidelines for Examination, Part 2, Biotech, IPWatchdog.com. Statute of Monopolies action dismissed via summary judgment, Legalizing. Why IP matters to the UK video game industry, PCRonline.biz. The next headlines are from Quartz. Biden's antitrust crusaders cannot crusade without Congress. A startup is trading tickets to ride on Russian rockets and U.S. spacecraft. China's mask diplomacy in Africa worked. Space business, arbitrage. U.S. stimulus, Russia's Twitter throttling, Trappist beer. 21 ways the U.S. can bring women back into the workforce. Indians cannot watch the Meghan-Harry interview, but that hasn't stopped the meme flood. Indians haven't gone back to ordering in like pre-pandemic days. Can Bitcoin ever really be green? Scratch and sniff. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. T-Mobile, the latest snooping company to pretend anonymized data means anything. Deepfake of Tom Cruise has everyone freaking out prematurely. Content moderation case studies, the challenges in moderating information regarding eating disorders, 2012. Tech Dirt Podcast episode 273, How the Techlash Happened. Oh, the culture you'll cancel, thanks to the Ninth Circuit and copyright. Utah legislature wraps up session by passing 2 unconstitutional internet bills. Daily Deal, hybrid true wireless over-ear headphones. Kentucky senators pass bill that would make it a crime to say mean things to cops. SEC sues AT&T for leaking info to analysts to cover up drooping smartphone sales. New York court reminds Native American tribe that suing for libel isn't an option for government agencies. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Chris Hogan. Europa League. Stacey Dash. Child Tax Credit 2021. UNC Basketball. Khloe Kardashian. Masked Singer. South Park. Dakota Johnson. LaMarcus Aldridge. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Get out of it. Chief who sold Chelsea to Roman Abramovich slams foreign owners, tells United, Liverpool to leave Premier League. The dysfunction goes up to Cuomo, whistleblower says NY Gov's order created COVID death traps at disabled group homes. EU drug regulator investigating 30 reports of blood clotting linked to AstraZeneca jab as states halt rollout of COVID vaccine. France says it is easing COVID travel restrictions for 7 non-EU states. Russian tennis star Rublev stands to scoop $103,070 by playing just 2 games in Qatar, as legend Federer finally returns. Video. With election just 6 months away, opinion poll reveals support for Russia's ruling party has dropped to lowest figure since 2013. Judge reinstates third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin over George Floyd death. Men-only curfew should be imposed after murder of London woman, Green Party baroness suggests, prompting mockery online. UK police urge to think very carefully before participating in BLM protests, report. Feminist author condemned as anti-woman after claiming stay-at-home mothers are bad examples for children. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Signs are everywhere, businesses have changed permanently as a result of the pandemic. Supply has become difficult to absorb, JP Morgan issues stark warning about U.S. Treasury auctions. Mayor de Blasio, 59 Dem lawmakers officially call on Cuomo to resign. Watch, Fauci admits there is no science behind continued lockdown. No more thoughts and prayers, Schumer, Pelosi target gun owners with new reforms. Holy FK, Beepler reacts to record-breaking $60 million bid for NFT artwork. Small-cap investors have a choice to make. GameStop largest strike moves to $800, what to expect? January job openings soar to pre-COVID highs despite plunge in hiring. Yields are surging ahead of auction after ECB ambiguity. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Outspoken father of missing activist killed in Iraq's south. India may block China's Huawei over security fears, officials. Ethiopia's Amhara rejects charge of ethnic cleansing in Tigray. Syria, oil refinery attacks raise fears of grave escalation. Inside Myanmar's crackdown. Third-degree murder charge reinstated in George Floyd murder case. Warren Buffett joins $100 billion club, highlighting K-shaped recovery. Pakistani court orders TikTok banned over obscene content. Tanzania President John Magufuli in India with COVID-19. Brazil's hospitals buckle in absence of national virus plan. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Mexican Congress votes to legalize marijuana. Cancelled, Society of Editors chief resigns after defending UK press against woke royals' racism claims. House passes Democrat bill criminalizing private gun sales. Nolte, fake media pressure Biden to hold formal press conference. Jump openings unexpectedly climbed to 6.9 million. Merkley, border situation approaching a crisis. Watch, Obama, Bush, Clinton, and Carter team up for coronavirus vaccine promotion. Nolte, Stacey Abrams pressuring corporate America to oppose voter integrity laws. Cancel culture comes for leftist teen Vogue as beauty company pulls seven-figure ad deal over ex anti-Asian tweets. Jobless claims drop to 712,000, better than expected. The next headlines are from UPI News. Watch, neighbors step in when 11 donkeys escape California's sanctuary. Man wins $2 from lottery ticket wanted friends urging. Watch, Ohio server surprised by $2,021 tip on a $100 tab. Kentucky men's classroom returned 29 years after being lost on a road. iPhone dropped while river rafting washes up 8 months later. Look, driver pulled over in Wisconsin was using a camping chair. Watch, bear chases ski instructor down slope at Romanian resort. Watch, man sits in bean dip for 24 hours to promote California restaurant. Watch, cow escapes transport vehicle en route to New Jersey slaughterhouse. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 10 Worst CGI Sequences in Movies Part 1. 4 of the wildest movie stunts of all time. Future technology you should be excited about. 3 things that could be damaging your vision. 5 crazy expensive bottled water brands. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Highland cows of Scotland are starring in their own coup cam show, look. Co-workers become BFFs, then discover they're actually biological sisters. Good Samaritan saves farmer's pig, calls 911 after joining live stream and seeing barn on fire. Photographer captures amazingly surreal moments on Hong Kong streets. Science teacher transforms his kitchen into a chemistry lab, making online lessons fun, Zoom bombed by Kevin Hart. For the first time in 170 years, Asia's longest missing bird is seen in Indonesia. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, March 11th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Why small grocery stores are, still, out of toilet paper. Worst case, burglar caught overbite from German sausage. Panda Express employee forced to strip during trust building exercise. Florida man pulls out dank gummies instead of ID after nearly hitting gas pump, deputies say. Deported from Russia, Afghan man pioneers mushroom farming in Kabul. Hawaiian highway closed after whiteout steam conditions. Rain evaporating from subsurface magma leads to traffic accident. Michigan Zoom hearing adjourned when attorney spots alleged assaulter, victim in same home. Egypt fake gynecologist examines scores of women before arrest. Prosecutor says man propped his dead wife on sofa in front of kids on Christmas Day. Trader gets painted stones instead of $36 m of copper. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Never only hire the smartest people. Here's how VW recycles its EV batteries, but it's got to scale up fast. Photoshop's new AI feature quadruples the amount of pixels in your photos. Wow. Ableton Live 11 is here, and this training can show you how to make stellar music anywhere. Amsterdam tree versus Jaguar I-Pace, Jag wins. Do space microbes like radioactive waste? iPhone 13 rumored to have bigger batteries, but I'm conflicted. Contemplating automated testing, calculator WA first. A look at Philadelphia's 5 steps to safe and sustainable transport. Twitter will now display full images in your timeline. The following headlines are from Science Daily. The world's oldest crater from a meteorite isn't an impact crater after all. Elite women might have ruled El Argor 4,000 years ago. Researchers solve more of the mystery of Laos megalithic jars. New research could boost a solar-powered fuel made by splitting water. Oldest documented site of indiscriminate mass killing. Scythian people weren't just nomadic warriors, but sometimes settled down. High rates of depression, anxiety, PTSD worldwide among health workers during COVID-19. Lost ocean nanoplastic might be getting trapped on coasts. Robots can use eye contact to draw out reluctant participants in groups. Venom extraction and exotic pet trade may hasten the extinction of scorpions. The next headlines are from Information Week. CIO agenda for right now, priorities a year into the pandemic. 10 hot IT job titles for 2021. Low-code and no-code platforms, what IT leaders should consider. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, March 11th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. 1 year later, Rudy Gobert is at peace and thriving. No link between COVID-19 vaccine and 4 Utahns who died after shots, medical examiner says. Duke pulls out of ACC tournament, NCAA tourney streak ends. Congress just passed a $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package. What's in it for Utah? Utah prisoner seeking parole won't give location of body. A wild ride, a look back at the most dramatic days in the history of the Utah Jazz, and the crazy year they spawned. Gail Collins, the Senate's F-bomb. Photos, Women of the World Fashion Show raises money for empowering refugee, immigrant and asylum-seeking women. Letter, teach youth about consent. Sundance Institute launches grant programs to help artists of color hit by the pandemic. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Amazon quietly began building a grocery chain during pandemic. Senators once again introduce bill to make daylight saving time permanent. Beepler's 5,000A digital art collection sells for $60.25 million. Netflix set to release documentary on the last ever Blockbuster store. EU struggles to build antitrust case against Amazon. Microscopic wormholes possible in theory. MGM's iconic roaring movie lion replaced by an all-CG logo. Stadia lets you play people's screenshots. Researchers launch open-source website to hunt down Capitol insurrectionists. Lewatons, inventor of the cassette tape, has died. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Illinois lawmakers file bills to end the changing of the clocks. Spirit Airlines to begin flying from St. Louis to 5 prime destinations. Photo gallery, impressive cloud images after a stormy morning. Average gas prices in Missouri rise to over 2-year high. Live, Day 4 of jury selection in Derek Chauvin trial on Floyd's death. 11-year-old Collinsville boy wins global competition to have drawing turned into an IKEA stuffed toy. Chiefs release starting tackles Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. Famed Bible teacher Beth Moore quits Southern Baptists. St. Louis near the bottom of happiest U.S. cities list. Officers unable to locate reported man with gun in Maryland Heights, schools reopen. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Poway Unified, Costco and talks to lease district property. California could get $150 billion from federal virus relief bill. More rain, snow expected as stormy weather continues. Stadium stories, soccer legend Foodie says Mission Valley venue was place of passion. Scripps Ranch parents push to be allowed at football games. 2 wounded in shooting near East County Strip Mall. ACLU files suit to reduce or vaccinate San Diego County's jail population. Mystery boom, shaking reported around San Diego. Local school changes name, mascot after student petition. Exclusive, 16-year-old survivor speaks about California crash that killed 13. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Klupin acquires CRM software provider Elite CRM for undisclosed sum. Former MI5 chief called on to defuse bombshells dropped by Harry and Meghan. Airbnb guest discovers a creepy hidden room behind an air vent. Are SPACs redirecting blank check love to self-driving truck startups? Scholars under surveillance, how campus police use high-tech to spy on students, IFACs. Court of Appeal gives additional legal weight to MI5 agent-centered criminality. New ITV drama The Ipcris File looks amazing, get the details. Sam Heughan, I don't think Bond should be posh English. Serial peeping Tom vows soul searching after 6th arrest, I really am remorseful this time around. Amazon secretly building Alexa robot with camera and microphone for your home. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russian Army takes delivery of 1819 Prorev main battle tanks. South Korea to buy more attack helicopters. U.S. Navy accepted new guided missile destroyer into the fleet. Denmark's first F-35 stealth fighter made its first flight. Azure Summit tapped for an ZLQ-1V2 common chassis for maritime patrol aircraft. Raytheon contracted for U.S. Air Force intelligence system modernization. U.S. Marine Corps conducts external lift test of CH-53K's heavy lift. U.S. Air Force to upgrade its T-6A and II primary trainers. Defenture announces plans to develop 3 new vehicles. U.S. Intelligence Agency to buy 3 heavy lift drones to install LiDAR sensors. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. In flow, the Pippa and Chikuhachi speak to ourselves. She emphasizes ethnic unity, environmental protection, rural development, and military readiness at 2 sessions. A new boom for Chinese companies that can generate electricity from roof tiles. Unfair division of housework, postpartum depression, domestic violence and other women's issues in the spotlight at 2 sessions 2021. Ding Ling's critique of the Chinese patriarchy. China's top economic policy priorities for 2021, according to the 2 sessions. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, March 11, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. President Biden to sign $1.9 trillion stimulus bill on Thursday. Rob Black's Winners and Losers, 2021 clothing sales trends. San Francisco burglar died after being trapped between buildings, police say. Heath's Myers Leonard suspended for using anti-Semitic slur. COVID grief, 1 in 5 Americans lost a loved one, poll finds. Ex-cop gets third-degree murder charge in George Floyd death. Scientists estimate how long the coronavirus will be around. Watch, former U.S. presidents have a new message for America. The happiest city in the U.S. is in the Bay Area. CA Surgeon General, why type 1 diabetics weren't prioritized for COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. College pro days become speed scouting with no NFL combine. Lawsuit over Rams move from St. Louis delayed to 2022. Steelers re-sign Ray McLeod to 1-year deal. Marseille's coach Sampaoli injects attacking flair into team. Holland faces unclear future after Champions League heroics. Elgin City Council moves to waive liquor license fees for bars, restaurants. The show will go on. Elk Grove Village Mayor says summer concerts will take place. Questions and answers about Batavia mass vaccination site. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle activist, attorney Nikita Oliver launches bid for city council seat. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green alert for tropical cyclone Havana 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for San Cristobal in Nicaragua. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Sinabung in Indonesia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, March 11th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. How can Blinken's bold plan for Afghanistan succeed? Russia's climate problem and opportunity. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Third stimulus check update, Biden to sign COVID relief bill today, bringing $1,400 payments to bank accounts soon. ABC 13 hosts virtual job fair today featuring more than 700 openings. 5 Oklahoma City police officers charged with manslaughter in 15-year-old Stavian Rodriguez shooting death. Lawmaker pushes to allow concealed weapons in Texas public schools. Massive hack disrupts Molson Coors brewing operations. CVS adds 74 COVID-19 vaccine sites in Texas. Child tax credit, some families to receive direct $300 monthly payments per child starting in July. Tesla connecting a Brazoria County battery storage facility to the Texas power grid. Denmark pauses AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine to probe reports of blood clots. Warm and humid through Saturday, cool front arrives Sunday. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Palau's president to visit Taiwan on travel bubble program, ambassador. Singer Wang Liu addresses sexual harassment allegations. Taiwan International Balloon Festival to kick off in July. Taichung MRT to start trial run on March 25, Mayor Liu Xiaoyan. Polish photographer shares perfect time and place to capture sunset in Taipei. Premier Su defends proposal to using more wells to combat drought. Durant still out for Nets, who will be cautious with Griffin. Vikings cut LT Riley Reid for cap savings of more than $11 m. Coyotes Cooper could miss significant time with injury. Number 20 South Florida women hold off Tulane in AAC semis. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. So how does impeachment work in New York State? A timeline of Cuomo's colliding scandals. Eric Adams wins backing of building service workers, clinching 3 key unions. Early edition, sailors say they've spent a year on a bedbug-infested Navy submarine. Senator Elizabeth Warren weighs in on NYC controller race, endorsing City Council member Brad Lender. NYC restaurants eagerly await new federal stimulus aid. The perfect storm, why COVID-19 overwhelmed NJ's Latino cities. Report, staffer said Cuomo groped her in the executive mansion. Extra, digital creators are now monetizing every aspect of their lives. He wouldn't have done that if I were a man, Annalise, former Cuomo aide, on why she spoke out. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near Gisborne in New Zealand. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Ust-Kamchatsk Stary in Russia. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 195 kilometers east by northeast of Gisborne, New Zealand. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag was detected near Opotiki in New Zealand. Light earthquake 4.9 mag, Kermadec Islands region. Light earthquake 4.9 mag, 163 kilometers east by northeast of Gisborne, New Zealand. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Opotiki in New Zealand. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 177 kilometers northeast of Gisborne, New Zealand. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag strikes near Singkil in Indonesia. Light earthquake 4.4 mag, southeast of the Loyalty Islands. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. More can and must be done to eradicate caste-based discrimination, says UN rights chief. Extent of violence against women during pandemic exposed. Death of an ambassador and the Congolese slaughter. Malawian youth wipe away unemployment years too with agribusiness. Can free phones close the digital gender divide? The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. So this is how the US dollar dies. New book confirms Fauci's NIH-funded Wuhan-backed COVID experiments at understaffed Chinese lab. Father denied custody of children over COVID-19 anti-lockdown beliefs. Founder of Super Straight Movement receives death threats, harassment after media hit pieces. Biden would bar granny from traveling but invites COVID-infected illegals to cross freely. Ohio man accidentally given 2 COVID shots in one day goes into shock. The Great Reset, corporate socialism, or capitalism with Chinese characteristics. Canada, new outbreak of COVID-19 in BC care home where residents and staff were already vaccinated. Digital Health Pass, IBM and Moderna hook up to capitalize on COVID reset. China, Russia announced plan to build moon research station. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Prince William defends UK monarchy against racism accusation. Does J&J COVID-19 vaccine contain aborted fetal cells? How search engines spread misinformation. Poll, 1 in 5 in US lost someone close in pandemic. EU regulator approves J&J's one-shot COVID-19 vaccine. 1 year at the center of the infodemic. How a silent movie informs the debate over the right to be forgotten. Man sues Hertz over receipt that cleared him of murder. Report, Cuomo groped female aide in governor's residence. Did Pfizer's former chief scientist say there was no need for vaccines? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Fact-checking Barroso's claims about stimulus check recipients. Capitol protesters were armed with a variety of weapons. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Chuck Schumer schools Meghan McCain, your father would have given Biden a chance. U.S. Army appears to hit back at Tucker Carlson for mocking women in the military. The odd stains on Caligula's stolen orgy ship mosaic finally cleaned. The sleek, flexible no-ho move chair is an ergonomic seat hidden in plain sight. These running shoes are designed to help me run better. Prince William, my family is not racist, and no, I haven't spoken to Harry yet. HBO Max's Jenner Plus Ian, the Gen Z series forcing parents and kids to talk about fisting. The COVID-denying party of life finds a new way to kill Roe. They set the mood for Bridgerton's steamy sex scenes, and skyrocketed to the top of the charts. The real cancel culture is corporate non-disclosure agreements. The next headlines are from the New York Post. California cops bust suspect in latest anti-Asian crime. New website connects renters with chic decor and antiques. US-Mexico border surge sees almost 30,000 unaccompanied kids cross in February. What time will Cherry be on Apple TV+? How to watch the Tom Holland movie. What time is A Million Little Things on ABC tonight? The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Volcanoes could have breathed new life into a super-Earth's atmosphere. Mission to the Centaurs, exploring strange asteroid-comet hybrids. Snapshot I, congratulations, it's a litter of newborn stars. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden doubles order of one-shot coronavirus vaccine. Huge strides in COVID-19 vaccination efforts, but access remains uneven. Texas lifts mask mandate and allows businesses to fully reopen. New CDC guidelines for vaccinated people shed light on potential post-pandemic life. A rare yellow cardinal spotted in Illinois. Advanced AI drones being used by police agencies. Senators want to keep daylight savings time. Meteor over Vermont exploded so violently, it shook buildings. COVID-19 cases and transmission rate remain low in NYC schools, study says. Texas set to reopen as health officials issue dire warning. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Why Channel 37 doesn't exist, and what it has to do with aliens. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Gunmen kill 3 people in completely unprovoked shooting outside Houston apartment complex, cops. NYC to honor more than 29,000 New Yorkers who died of COVID. De Blasio labels latest Cuomo allegations as disgusting as more Dems call on governor to resign. It wasn't a pure public health approach, Dr. Fauci says political divisions partially to blame for the nation's COVID death toll. 2 Tennessee college students charged with stealing $114K from university. France fire causes outages, disruptions across several websites. New York relaxing COVID quarantine rules for domestic travel starting April 1st. Oklahoma man shot and killed after attempting to take women away from domestic disturbance, police say. 4 Rikers Island staffers suspended after accidental release of murder suspect. Keith Urban, Mickey Guyton to host ACM Awards in April. The following headlines are from military.com. Citing current trends, Coast Guard lifts almost all travel restrictions for troops. Northrop designing Sky Viper cannon for Army's futuristic attack helicopter. Robert Ashby, one of 3 surviving Tuskegee Airmen in Arizona, dies at 95. Bus carrying Coast Guard recruits crashes, 4 minor injuries. F-35 opponents file second federal lawsuit over Truax spacing decision. Troops guarding Congress won't just be free labor for Capitol Police, Pentagon says. Americans' trust and confidence in the military is decreasing, new survey finds. New law finally closes GI Bill loophole allegedly used to scam veterans. This could be the B-21 Raiders' first outdoor hangar. Seoul agrees to pay more for hosting American troops in 2021. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. City promises crackdown on bar overcrowding for St. Patrick's Day weekend. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, here's what's happening Thursday with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Boy, 13, charged in 2020 carjackings of 2 women in the Calumet Heights neighborhood. Here's what you need to know about COVID-19 vaccines in Illinois. Vaccine equity in Chicago, community leaders to answer reader questions during Facebook Live on Monday. How COVID-19 vaccine gets from the factory to your arm, here is how the tricky, meticulous operation works. Health experts say not to hold out for a certain vaccine, but Pfizer, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson doses are available in Illinois. Can you choose? Yeah, there's some stuff. Man asks cops to investigate Christmas Eve intruder, gets busted for alleged drug trafficking. Illinois COVID-19 questions answered. I'm fully vaccinated. When can I gather with friends? When will children receive vaccines? Can I get a flu shot near a COVID-19 vaccine? More parish consolidations announced in south suburbs as footprint of Chicago area Catholic Church shrinks. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Novel targeted modification strategy improves selectivity of polyamide nanofiltration membranes. Uncovering exotic molecules of potential astrochemical interest. Optimal design for acoustic unobservability in water. Real-time observation of frequency block oscillations with fiber loop modulation. Scientists develop novel gene editor to correct disease-causing mutations. Arbitrary polarization conversion dichroism metasurfaces for full Poincare sphere polarizers. Red wolves are battling high mortality, coyote inbreeding as agencies try to repopulate Outer Banks. Deep-sea Roombas will co-motion floor for DDT waste barrels near Catalina Island. Modified sponge could recover oil contaminants from Arctic waters. Revealing the way a critical enzyme works in the cell. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, March 11th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Billions of birds die annually from flying into windows. Here's why and how to stop it. Cahokia and Chaco Canyon, the ancient cities that flourished in North America. 30 best magnesium supplements for migraines. CBD oil, buy CBD oil for sale online in 2021. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Soleil Moon fries rocket 90 feet is a time capsule for Gen X. Algerian president sets early election date after protests. Amid pandemic, UK delays imposing post-Brexit border checks. Morocco moves toward legalizing medical marijuana. Sao Paulo state stops professional sports as COVID-19 rages. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. The SF Giants have a new top prospect, plus analysis of MLB's top 30 list. Fieldwork and Gilman breweries are opening new tap rooms this spring. 6 months from Judgment Day, September 11th showdowns with Ohio State, Michigan and Texas A&M loom large for teetering conference. Bipartisan group of senators once again introduce a bill to make daylight saving time permanent. COVID job market, California unemployment claims leap past 100,000. High school football week 1, Bay Area games this weekend. Robbers in Oakland hit Chinatown phone store, Lakeshore District Bank. Larry Majid, tech will become new normal after getting us through tough year. In the kitchen with Kinch's new cookbook. Family, friends mark the late Angelo Quinto's birthday, urge Antioch police reforms. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Man dies in crash during Ohio police pursuit. Rural Idaho parents plan private prom despite pandemic. Massachusetts city weighs banning Confederate flag in school. Firefighter dies while battling brush fire north of Omaha. Duke University says COVID surge threatens in-person classes. Video shows Israeli troops detaining Palestinian children. Slovakia's health minister resigns to end political crisis. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Inside the oil industry's fight to roll back tribal sovereignty after Supreme Court decision. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, March 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Cancer surgery in Canadian Universal Healthcare System during COVID-19. Lifestyle intervention is beneficial for most people with type 2 diabetes, but not all. The narwhal's tusk reveals its past living conditions. Unhealthy weight gains, increased drinking reported by Americans coping with pandemic stress. Scientists found new way to synthesize chiral tetraaryl-methanes. Firefly tourism takes flight, sparking wonder and concern. Depression risk higher after stroke versus heart attack in female versus male stroke survivors. New approach found for energy-efficient AI applications. ADHD, aggressive behavior is genetically coded. Probiotics increase gut bacteria diversity in extremely preterm infants. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. A tale of two once proud banks for immigrants on Chicago's southwest side. Come true and eerie, original take on horror fueled by nightmares. Biden's speech goals, mourn loss, urge caution, offer hope. Breaking down the Chipotle clash of champions. Group fighting to save Mercy Hospital wants state to step in, take it slow. 1 in 5 in U.S. lost someone close in pandemic, poll. Inadequate food supply leaves soldiers running mass vaccination site at United Center hungry, Hive updates. Cook County launches rental assistance program for suburban residents. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Homeless Jesus sculpture recovered, in pieces. Navy reservist death from Granderson abused girls in St. Louis County, charges. Fake Wall of Fame rings for Lou Brock, Ozzie Smith seized in St. Louis. Man who tried to marry his laptop wrote censorship bill for Missouri rep. St. Louis Symphony announces new slate of live concerts for spring. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. 13 ways to spend 313-day 2021 in Detroit. Judge dismisses Detroit's controversial countersuit against anti-police brutality protesters. COVID relief bill, a path to recovery for rural Michigan. Best liver protection for steroids and why it's important to use. Activist Peter Werb to hold live stream events to promote his new book, Summer on Fire, a Detroit novel. Best natural breast enhancement pills creams with estrogen, do they work? Mayor Duggan appoints new civil rights director to promote equity and inclusion. Detroit's Demon Daddy Alice Cooper lands Detroit stories at #1 on Billboard sales chart. Hazel Park introduces human rights ordinance to protect LGBTQ residents from discrimination. How to track a phone guide, find location without them knowing. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, March 11, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Best virtual bets, Copeland, Solaris, and a domesticated love story. The risk factor for each Houston Astros starting pitcher. Tenor Jack Swanson tackles a recital in 4 languages for Houston Grand Opera. Upcoming Houston food events, March Madness deals and a special 10-year anniversary. Hair metal history revealed and reveled in massive new book. After Abbott ends mask mandate, Texan officials and restaurants send mixed messages. Friends, family, and fans remember rising rap star Chucky Trill. A Houston garden after the winter storm. Houston Concert Watch 3/10, Aaron Lewis, Justin Furstenfeld and more. Morocco features immigrant stories in My Journey to America. The next headlines are about world records making news. Should have just kept going. Man creates world record for moonwalking 32 feet with football on his head, Times Now. Bizarre Guinness World Records held in West Essex, Epping Forest Guardian. Lyndon Hall clinches 1,500th Olympic qualifier as world record falls at Canberra Track Classic, The New Daily. 9 bizarre world records set in the Northeast and North Yorkshire, The Northern Echo. The 4 Guinness World Records that were broken in Wrexham The Leader Live. Michigan woman sets powerlifting world records at 78, WCRZ.com, WCRZ.com. No stopping NZ swim queen Helena Gasanov, she continues record-breaking pool spree, Swimming World magazine. India vs England T20 is, Dawood Malan on course to break Babar Azam's world record, Hindustan Times. Teen takes swing at world record with playgrounds marathon, Sydney Morning Herald. Darwin man Adam Drake sets new world record for most push-ups in 1 minute with a 100-pound pack, NT News. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Listen to laser zapping rocks on Mars in Perseverance's latest dispatch. Congress has a new $94 billion plan to bring affordable internet to everyone. Save $53 on LG's 27 inches Ultra Gear monitor and get some ultra gaming done, am I right? Why your boring utility bill is much more important than you think. Beepler sends crypto art prices with $69 million NFT sale. Star Wars, Republic Commando spirit still lives, even in a franchise that killed it. I want to decorate my entire home with classic arcade games turned into playable works of art. Thursday's best deals: M1 MacBook Pro, free Atlas Coffee Club bag, Tech Live Tabletop Fire Pit, Cornbread Hemp CBD, The Last of Us Part 2 art book, and more. Verizon's cheapest plans will only get you its slowest 5G speeds. Apple rumored to finally embrace bigger batteries on the iPhone 13. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was N'Djamena in Chad at 109.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 84.28 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 64.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Microsoft Edge is dead. Long live Microsoft Edge. A Russian ISP confirms Roskomnadzor's Twitter blocking blooper. Why Big Tech is facing regulatory threats from Australia to Arizona. There's a vexing mystery surrounding the zero-day attacks on Exchange servers. Researchers measure the gravity exerted by a 90-milligram object. The googly eyes of the mantis shrimp inspire new optical sensors. Twitter sues Texas AG to stop retaliatory content moderation probe. Adobe Photoshop now runs natively on M1 Macs. Amazon Vesta project seems to be ramping up for production. Comcast scrambled to fix mistake that cut some users' upload speeds by 20%. The following headlines are from Raw Story. U.S. judge adds murder charge against officer on trial for Floyd death. Everybody shouldn't be voting. GOP lawmaker says quality of votes more important than quantity. Vote no and take the dough. Pelosi trashes Republicans for voting against Biden's COVID-19 relief package. Defense Secretary feels revulsion at Tucker Carlson's attack on women in the military. Pentagon. Lonely church treasurer stole $150,000 in funds and spent it all on porn. Police. Arrested Capitol insurrectionist was part of presidential helicopter crew for Marine One. You ran unopposed. Marjorie Greene Taylor busted for boasting about her voter mandate. Fox News pundit confronts Geraldo Rivera with a giant thumbs down after he teases Senate candidacy. QAnon groups descend deeper into hysteria now that Trump is gone. Here's their new obsession. Joining other presidents in vaccine video was something Trump didn't want to do. Maggie Haberman. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. So Biden can pass a $1.9 trillion relief bill, but can he nail the messaging? The war on trans kids is coming for Dr. Izzy Lowell. How Elizabeth Warren's acolytes infiltrated Biden ruled. Stimulus checks are on the way. Debt collectors could seize them. Senate confirms Merrick Garland as U.S. Attorney General. House passes $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. The pandemic's anniversary is tomorrow. Here is every good news recharge since March 11th. Trump has gone to war with the GOP over his fundraising brand. He will lose. Donald Trump 1 year ago today. Coronavirus will go away. Roger Stone's latest mess, his Oathkeeper bodyguards arrested in Capitol attack. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial takes from a trio of Polams, Polish-American news. Oklahoma lawmaker says $2 bounty is up for grabs for capture of unharmed Bigfoot, Fox 59. Issue of the day, the $2 million Bigfoot bounty, Hair American League Division Series Scotland. Bigfoot bounty passes $2 million if captured unharmed, WivB.com, News 4. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Techno signatures, here's how scientists are going to look for intelligent alien life, Sky News. Ideas for future NASA mission searching for extraterrestrial civilizations, Eureka Alert. Steven Spielberg to direct movie loosely based on his life, Inside Nova. We might detect extraterrestrial life using small tools. Galveston County Daily News. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Full text, abnormal brain connectivity and carpal tunnel syndrome assessed by JPR, Dove Medical Press. Full text, efficacy of dorsal root ganglion pulsed radio frequency combi JPR, Dove Medical Press. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Ajax Therapeutics to collaborate with The Ohio State University to generate proof-of-concept animal data for Ajax's brown adipose tissue, BAT, cell therapy candidate for diabetes and obesity, Tullahoma News and Guardian. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, March 11, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Astronomer Jose Bonilla spotted UFOs in 1882 UFO Chronicle 1965. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, March 11, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.